Happy Halloween, and welcome to Spooky Sepulture, a 5-day series discussing unusual burial practices around the world. Today we will be discussing Famadihana, known as the Turning of the Bones ceremony. The Marina tribe is the largest ethnic group in Madagascar. One of the defining characteristics of the Malagasy people is how they divide society. To the Malagasy, there are two classes of society, the living and ancestors. These ancestors have the ability to alter events on Earth, either in a good way or a bad way. When someone dies, they do not become an ancestor automatically. They have to go through a special process in order to become such. When an individual perishes, they are placed in an ancestral tomb such as the one pictured. They are placed on a shelf feet first. In order to become ancestors, in 5 to 7 years, their bones must be turned in a ceremony called Famadihana. Famadihana is a special time where families gather to exhume their loved ones. The ceremony commences by eating a traditional meal of rice and pork or beef, then playing an assortment of songs with Madagascan flutes, trumpets, and drums. These songs are played as the villagers march to their tombs in their best outfits. This is a time to celebrate because it marks the start of the journey of ancestors as well as appreciates the ones that have already become them. Once arriving to the burial site, the deceased are removed from the crypt. Family members then place them on a reed mat. Here, their burial garments are taken off and they are wrapped in fresh silk shrouds. Family members place sentimental items like cigarettes, candy, etc. with them prior to being wrapped. Then the festivities begin. Music plays, people drink, and people dance. People dance with their loved ones all day long until sunset. To the Malagasy, nighttime brings a negative and evil power, so it is important to rest their loved ones back in the tombs before nightfall. The deceased are placed upside down head first into their chambers as pictured here. Then, it's official, the bones have been turned and the deceased become ancestors. This ceremony is sacred to the Malagasy people. Famadihana is often the only time that families get to be all together. It is an honor for them to reconnect and appreciate their ancestors. As they frequently say, this is not a time for sadness, this is a time for happiness. How do you feel about this spooky sepulture? Famadihana, the turning of the bones.